daily tea time. Good morning. We've still got our heat wave going on here in the Midlands in England. Loving it. So let's go ahead and do your daily tea. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll tap into the energy that you're going through right now. It's going to validate it. The cards will validate the challenge that you're going through. And then what we'll do is we'll get some advice from the wisdom of the oracle. Okay, sometimes the cards readings, they can go just one reading, and sometimes they can go on for 1 or 2 days. If they do, I will try and point you in the direction of the other relevant content. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what's going on. So those who watch me regularly, you'll know that the energy from the left, that's your energy, and then the energy from the right is it's the energy from the outside. So it's the other person or it's the situation. So let's have a look, see what's coming in for you. Okay. So I've been doing tarot reading for over 25 years. I'm also a evidential medium and a Reiki healer, and I own a shop in Staffordshire Barlaston called Lighting the Way. All the info is on my bio, my website. Let's have a look, see what's happening for you, my lovely. I just burnt pancakes. Put some pancakes in the toasting oven, got chatting and burnt them. So my shop smells a bit like burnt pancakes. But I did have a lovely breakfast of pancakes with the yogurt and the granola and berries. Okay. What are we tapping into today? Okay, so your energy right now is in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Okay, so with this particular card, I always see this as spiritual guidance, spiritual assistance. Okay, because it's got the M on the hand, and that symbolizes having a spiritual gift or being psychic or being a healer. Okay, so when I see this as having in need of help, assistance, and guidance, I'm seeing it from a spiritual sense. Okay, so sort of seeking out a psychic or that kind of thing. Hi. Directly below that, I've got persevere and you will overcome your problems, the camel, but it's in reverse. Okay, so I think your problems are being offloaded. They have been offloaded. Okay, so you're no longer having to carry some kind of a burden because it's already been offloaded. Quill, get back to basics. Interesting. Getting back to basics, I'm seeing you uncomplicating your life. It's weird because I've actually seen the quill as I'm signing something. Okay, I just seen that in my mind's eye. So it's also maybe something has been signed. But you have to get back to basics. So what you're doing is you're removing excess. So the camel in reverse, because the camel carries a heavy load, right? He carries a lot on his back, and it's in reverse. So I'm getting that you're no longer carrying the heavy load. You have released a lot of stuff. You've simplified your life. Okay, you've gone back to basics. You might have done this massive spring clean, and you've got rid of a lot of stuff. Okay, because you're going back to basics. Because next to that, I've got muddled, unclear thinking. So this might actually be advice for you, that if you are struggling, it's asking you to release the excess. Okay, excess weight, excess stuff, whatever the excess is, you'll know what this is. But this is what's actually causing the muddled and unclear thinking for you, is the clutter. Okay, so we need to start releasing this clutter. And it literally can be physical, i.e. you carrying extra weight, or it can be you surround yourself with so much stuff. Okay, and by starting the process of clearing that out, you'll find that you'll start getting more clear thinking and less muddled. Because at the bottom I've got great good fortune. I've got the 4-leaf clover. I think, and as you start doing this and transforming yourself on the personal level and your home, it's going to bring something. It's going to bring a great, something lucky, serendipitous into your life. Okay, so keep that in mind. So that's your current energy. At the moment, you've got near the selenite wand, you've got bird flying high, news is on the way. So you are going to be receiving some information. You've been waiting on this information since December, or December might be relevant, okay? So it could be, if it's a person, maybe their birthday is in December. Because I've got the secret admirer, I've got indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble on aimlessly, and I've got caterpillar. Things will always be this way, will not always be this way, a change is coming. So I think you are going to be receiving some information from maybe a secret admirer, and the secret admirer might be a Capricorn, okay? What's the signs in December? Sagittarius, Capricorn. Oh, I can't say the other one. I can't say it. It's the comet one. But yeah, it could be a Sagittarius or a Capricorn that you're going to be receiving information from, okay? And this person might be a secret admirer. It's maybe that this person was indecisive, okay, and they were just letting things ramble on. They weren't committing to something or committing to a decision. They were just allowing things to ramble on. It looks like because there was some kind of a transformation. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. We've got a caterpillar. So the caterpillar phase is like the cocoon phase. Okay, we can't make any significant changes because we're still within the cocoon and we're still disintegrating and then reforming. Okay, and that might be what this is about. That's what this might have been about. But their energy is October. Okay, so October is a significant month as well. Something important such as a new job or a raise. And then I've got happiness and well-being. The sun is in reverse. So something about the month of October, something new. They went into something new. Okay, they started a new job. Or they if they didn't start a new job, they might have had a raise and promotion, and it just caused them to kind of redirect their life with regards to that, and it put your energy kind of on hold. And maybe that's where the unmuddled thinking is, the unclear thinking. The unmuddled thing is because you didn't know what was going on. Okay, let's see, what was this? Oh, interesting. There's also involvement of the law. So on this other side's energy, there might have been something like legalities that they were having to deal with. I'm getting that they're actually, because the happiness in reverse, they might have actually been really quite depressed about this. And that's why something wasn't able to turn. The wheel wasn't able to turn was because there's some legal stuff that they had to sort through. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this person was going through what we call a tower in tarot. This person on this side of the energy is going through a tower moment where their whole life falls apart. Okay, everything kind of crumbles from underneath them. But they admire you. They secretly admire you, but they can't come forward because of all this that's been going through and everything. And so you've kind of been left in a rambling position of not knowing, which is what's been causing the muddled thinking. So you've got advice from Spirit, which is myself, and it's about maintaining your peace and harmony. And you're very highly thought of. So don't let whatever has happened with this other person's energy diminish your self-worth in any way, because you are still very highly thought of. It's just that they have a tower moment, okay? And I think that's why there's a burden that's being taken off of you, is maybe just your understanding of this. Your understanding of what's going on with this person. It's not about you. And that's an unburdening in its own right. Let's get some advice from you, darling. Let's see. The interesting thing is the energy I've pulled mainly is for you, okay, for your energy and the situation. I pulled very little energy from that side. And that's pretty much, I think, what you've been getting. You've been getting very little from the other side. And it's just validating that. And the reason is this person had to deal with the tower. Okay, legals. Interestingly enough, I'm not seeing anything ominous on this right side energy, but I am seeing maybe somebody who suffers with depression with the sun being reversed. Okay, so let's get some advice for you. Again, to be fair. Soulmates. Oh. Yeah. So you've been having to keep yourself balanced, and trying to keep things fair. Okay, you might be a Libra, but you've been trying to keep things balanced and fair, and you've been using higher wisdom. Okay, because the owl sits on her head, which is higher wisdom. Again, it could be psychic guidance. Okay, or intuition, following your intuition, because at the bottom of the deck is soulmates. And there's the yin energy, the feminine energy of waiting, because there's a sense that this is a loyal heart. But then there's the not for you. Ooh. Wow. I mean, this literally could be that this is how you feel. You feel that maybe this person is your soulmate. And your kind of feminine energy is receptive and saying, I'll wait. But it's caused muddled, unclear thinking for you. But you've been sitting back and waiting and keeping yourself in balance, because your heart is a loyal heart and you're seeking your counterpart. Okay, but underneath that is it's not for you. So let's get some advice. I'm going to look at the relationship one for this, and that's why you're getting very little from this other person, I think. Let's see. Balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. Can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. There is much to be learned, and you will learn it if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationship is one in which there is a mutual benefit for each party, and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. That's the energy that I'm getting. That's 100% how it connects so beautifully to this reading. Is what I'm seeing is an imbalance in energy. So I'm seeing your energy is, you're going that way, but this energy coming back is very little. Only 2 cards. Okay, so I hope that brings you some guidance, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Sorry, I was just going through the cards and I just saw something, so I had to say. So at the bottom of the deck is that connection was, this is my soulmate, this is the feeling in the heart, right? And I will wait, yin, I will wait, because my heart is loyal and only to you. I will not entertain anybody else. But the truth of the matter is, it's not for you. And the thing that I just noticed as I was looking at the cards was that if you look at what's that, it's a fortune cookie, and it's saying the fortune is saying it's not for you. Look what is in her hand. It is the fortune cookie. I think oracle cards are absolutely amazing. Is he for me, or is it a new beginning? On the one side is the fortune cookie. Am I supposed to let this go? And on the other side is an egg, which is something new. Sending you love, darling.